Hey there fellow art lovers and fans of all things painted, welcome back! Today we're doing something a little different. Not long ago I joined Bluesky, Twitter's much less toxic cousin, and I was looking for ways to join in with the art community there. And I'll put a link to my Bluesky in the description below so you can follow me on there if you wish. So I find a post from Tysaembir with a DTIYS, or Draw This in Your Own Style challenge. And their character looked like a lot of fun to paint, so I decided to join in. So let's begin. I'd been looking at an article on art composition and decided to try out one of the guides often taught in art courses, the golden ratio. I thought it would suit their mermaid character Meloe perfectly, and so I painted their character somersaulting through the water. Then it was time to block in the colour, starting with Meloe's body and their four tails. I kept the hair on two separate layers so that one layer could go above the head and the other could go below the head but over the body. I kept the hair following the basic curve of the main line of action. You follow the same principle in animation where the secondary animation like hair flow and capes follow the main source of motion, whether that's the character moving or wind or current moving them. And last thing to add was the stripes on their body, locking the transparent pixels so the stripes couldn't go outside the body. Then it was time to start shading. I masked off different sections of their body and used different layers with different blending modes to put in the shadows and highlights. Multiply for the shadows and screen and color dodge for the highlights. It was also around here I added the pattern to their face and the claws to their hands. I used plenty of flowing, curvy lines in their hair to highlight its wavy texture. I used a color dodge layer and painted in lots of small U shapes to make the scales on their tails before going over the area with a larger soft brush to bring out the shine. I also added in the feathery texture to the fins using a similar technique but with longer brush strokes. The last steps were to paint in the background and the bubbles. I painted in some large blobs up near the top left-hand corner, which would be where the sun would be coming through. I lightened those blobs and painted some beams coming down from them. I then made the water underneath Meloe darker to make the difference between light and shadow more apparent. Then for the bubbles I blocked in a nice light blue, keeping the opacity less than opaque before going in and using a soft eraser to remove the centers, giving a quick and nice looking bubble effect. After that, using white I added in the highlights before going over the bubbles with a wash of light blue to give a misty look to the water, like thousands of little bubbles in swathes of disturbed water. And with that, I was done. Let's have a look at the final piece. And any critique you have for this video's format would be very helpful. Let me know what you liked and what you didn't like in the comments section below, as I'm always looking to improve and make fun and engaging videos anyone can enjoy. And if you enjoyed what you just watched, please be sure to leave the video a like and subscribe and ring the bell to see more content. And if you want to get straight into some more art, you can go and watch this video for my latest content, or this one for something random.